A lot of SEO videos talk about results. Very few actually show them. So in this video, I want to do something different. I want to show you a real Shopify apparel brand that grew from roughly 23 organic clicks per day to nearly 600 clicks per day. I'll show you the screenshots, I'll show you what I found, I'll show you what I changed, and I'll explain the biggest lessons I learned throughout the process. Because honestly, the strategy wasn't complicated, but the results were significant. Before we jump in, if you'd like me to personally review your Shopify store and identify growth opportunities, I've included a link below where you can schedule a free Shopify organic growth assessment. Now let's look at what happened. When I first reviewed this store, traffic was averaging somewhere between 23 and 28 organic clicks per day, and here's what stood out to me immediately. The products weren't bad, the website wasn't broken, the business owner clearly cared. This store should be doing better than this. Have you ever looked at a business and thought the same thing? You know the products are solid, you know customers would buy, but somehow growth just isn't happening. That's exactly how this situation felt. And that realization led me to what became the most important insight of the entire project. The store didn't have a traffic problem. It had a visibility problem. That's a distinction most business owners never make. People were already searching for products like these. Google was processing those searches every day. The challenge wasn't creating demand. The challenge was helping customers discover the store. And once I understood that, everything became much clearer. The first thing I did was stop asking, how do we get more traffic? And start asking, how do customers actually search for these products? That question changed everything because when I started looking deeper, I found opportunities almost immediately. One of the biggest opportunities involved collection pages. Now, collection pages aren't exactly exciting. Nobody makes YouTube videos about how exciting collection pages are, but they're often some of the most valuable pages in an e-commerce store. And this store wasn't taking full advantage of them. Let me give you an example. Imagine you sell dresses. Most stores create a dresses collection and call it a day, but customers don't search that way. They search for black dresses, summer dresses, cocktail dresses, maxi dresses, formal dresses. And every one of those searches creates another opportunity to be discovered. The more I looked, the more opportunities I found. Some opportunities involved expanding collections, others involved improving existing collections, others involved targeting keywords that competitors were already benefiting from. None of these changes were revolutionary, but together they created momentum, and momentum compounds. Another area I focused on was internal linking. Many Shopify stores grow over time without a clear structure. Pages become disconnected, collections become isolated, products become harder to discover. Google has a harder time understanding the relationship between pages. Customers have a harder time navigating. Improving those connections helps strengthen the entire site. But one of the most interesting recommendations I made had nothing to do with SEO. I recommended investing in better product photography and video content. Most apparel brands use the same supplier photos everyone else uses. The result is that every store starts looking identical. The client took that recommendation seriously. They invested in custom photos. They invested in custom videos. They improved the presentation of their products, and the overall quality of the shopping experience improved dramatically. And that's something I think many people misunderstand. SEO isn't isolated from the rest of the business. SEO gets people to the website. The website still has to earn the sale. Now let's talk about the results. The first screenshot you're seeing shows where things started. Roughly 23 to 28 clicks per day. Not terrible, but nowhere near the store's potential. As we move through the next screenshots, you'll start seeing the progression. The growth wasn't overnight, it wasn't explosive, and honestly, that's one of the reasons I trust it. Real growth usually compounds. Month after month, improvement after improvement, the store moved from roughly 23 clicks per day to under 100, then several hundred, then over 500, and now it's approaching 600 organic clicks per day. What I love most about this case study isn't the traffic. It's what the traffic represents. More visibility, more opportunities, more customers discovering the brand, and according to the client, more sales as well. That's the goal. Not rankings, not impressions, business growth. Looking back, there are 3 lessons I would take away from this project. First, most stores don't have a traffic problem. They have a visibility problem. Second, collection pages are often far more important than people realize. And third, the fundamentals still win. Store structure, keyword targeting, internal linking, product presentation, customer experience, no hacks, no shortcuts, just consistent execution over time. If you're running a Shopify apparel, fashion, or clothing brand, I want you to ask yourself one question. If I reviewed your store today, what opportunities would I find? Because in my experience, every store has opportunities. The question is whether they're being acted on. If you'd like me to personally review your store and identify growth opportunities, I've included a link below where you can schedule a free Shopify organic growth assessment. I'll take a look at your store, share my observations, and help you determine whether SEO could become a meaningful growth channel for your business. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.